Hello and welcome to episode number 28 of the Golf Front Podcast. My name is Brett Bevilacqua. I'm a realtor with Carolina Property Sales in Southern Pines, North Carolina. Every Monday I release a new episode profiling one of the over 60 fantastic golf courses located in the Sandhills of North Carolina. This is the place to live if you live to play golf. And this week, we travel to the Lake Course at Carolina Trace Country Club. Located just 31 miles and about 45 minutes from beautiful downtown Pinehurst, you will find the magnificent golf community of Carolina Trace, located in Sanford, North Carolina. Carolina Trace is comprised of two courses. Just a few weeks back, I profiled the very difficult Creek Course. This week, we take a look at the more friendly Lake Course. In case you missed episode 23, Carolina Trace has an excellent practice facility, a range where free practice balls are provided, a spacious putting green, and a really beautiful clubhouse. The 30,000 square foot clubhouse has numerous dining options, from the elegant Hearthstone restaurant to the relaxed Jones Pub. Both overlook the majestic 315-acre Lake Trace. There is also the poolside marathon bar for beverages, sandwiches, and snacks. Opened in 1971, 8 years previous to the Creek Course, the Lake Course was designed by Robert Trent Jones Sr., who is best known for Spyglass Hill Golf Course, Robert Trent Jones Golf Course, Dunes Golf Course, Peachtree Golf Course, the West Course at Winged Foot, and the South Course at Firestone Country Club, to name just a few. He also had a hand in such local courses as Duke University Golf Course from episode 9, Pinehurst number 4 and number 5, and both courses at the Country Club of North Carolina. While the Lake Course has a higher rating and slope than that of the Creek, I and everyone I have played with just doesn't see it that way. The Lake Course is a par 72 that plays over 7,200 yards from the back and 6,000 yards from the whites. If you are like my group, you may want to play from the blues, which plays right around 6,400 yards. From the back, the lake has a rating of 76 and a slope of 143. From the whites, the course is rated at 69.4 with a slope of 130. The Lake Course at Carolina Trace starts off with a tricky dogleg right par 4 that isn't very long. Keep an eye out for the bunker on the right. If you try to cut the corner, it has a very healthy greenside lip that will require a precise shot to get out. The thin back-to-front sloping green is protected by a pair of bunkers, one front left and the other to the right. The second hole is a slightly longer par 4 and this time turns to the left. There is a bunker right of the fairway, and for me this was so tough as I have been fading all my tee shots lately. From the fairway bunker, it is still a good distance to the elevated green, and there is a bunker front left to watch out for. 3 is a medium-length par 5 dogleg left. Off the tee, aim for the bunker to the right. Leave it just short, and then you'll have a clear shot down the fairway to a slightly elevated green that is protected by a number of bunkers. The 4th is sort of a throwaway hole. Maybe that's the 8 I put on the scorecard talking, but it's just an uphill medium-length par 4 that plays to a thin but deep green that is protected by a pair of bunkers on either side. The 5th is wonderful and makes up for the ho-hum 4th. A long drive here will be helped by the large drop-off into a valley just shy of the green. Most players will be hitting from the top of the hill over the valley to the green that is only a few feet lower in elevation, but a good 150 yards away. The green is protected by 6 bunkers, and I noticed quite a few players in the front middle bunker. To add to the challenge, the green is wide and sort of shallow with an abrupt rise just before the green that will keep anything other than a perfectly struck approach shot or chip from finding the putting surface. The 6th is a fun par 3 that isn't very long unless you are playing from the tips. For the average player, a short iron from the elevated tee box will do, and it is so easy to come up short or go long on this very wide but shallow green. Ideally, you'll want to favor the right side to avoid the bunkers back left. The bank behind the green will kick you onto the putting surface if you go long, and there's a little more room to avoid the pond fronting the green if you come up short. Too far left on the 6 and you're probably reaching into your bag for another ball. Also, putting left to right or right to left on the back of the green will be a straight putt. I missed my putt here and was shocked when it didn't move. The 7th is a friendly par 5 that isn't very long and turns slightly to the left. Off the tee there are bunkers left and right to watch out for. The green is very shallow, and there is a bunker front right and back left that are just too easy to find. The 8th is probably the course's signature hole. You will see it on your drive into the pro shop. This medium-length par 3 starts off from a mountainous tee box and plays at least a club less. There is water in front and to the left, with bunkers behind this medium-sized green that is sloped back to front. 9 is a lengthy par 4 that plays sort of tight off the tee. Most players should favor the left side of this left to right sloping fairway. You will get significant roll on your tee shot. From there, the 9th plays uphill to an elevated green that is protected by 3 bunkers. The back third of the green has a ridge that will give the green a 2-tiered effect. 9 will bring you back to the clubhouse, and the 10th tee is just on the other side of the practice green. 10 is a medium-length par 4 that runs uphill all the way from tee to green. Off the tee, favor the left side of the fairway as the green is off to the right. The narrow green is sloped from right to left, and there is a large bunker left front. The 11th is a shortish par 4 that plays into a valley before you climb back up to an elevated green that is protected by 3 bunkers. Righties who fade need to be aware of the pond just off the fairway that could spoil a long drive. Additionally, if you are long left, it is easy to run off the fairway and into the woods. The 12th is a short dogleg left par 4 where you need to lay up to avoid the woods, bunkers, or pond fronting the green. A tee shot just shy of the fairway bunker to the right of the fairway will leave you not much more than a short iron to what is a good-sized green. The pond in front is daunting, and the green is only a few feet past with a large bunker to the right. The 13th is an absolute nightmare for players who don't have their irons dialed in. This long par 3 has a green that juts out into Lake Trace, and it's almost a guarantee that someone in your foursome is going into the water that surrounds the green back, left, and right. Ideally, a tee shot right will give you a little better chance to avoid the water, but then you will have to contend with the very large bunker. 14 is a very long par 5 that will most likely have you playing into the wind. There is water all down the left side with a wide creek that runs across the middle of the fairway that big hitters should be able to reach. There is a bunker to the right of the fairway, but there is also a lot of room to the right. If you lay up just short of the creek, you will need about 230 or 240 to get home in 2. On your approach, keep an eye out for the creek to the right of the cart path, as it is very easy to find. The bunkers to the right are very deceptive and nowhere near the green, though there is a small bunker front left. The 15th is a medium-length, slightly uphill par 3 that will probably take a little more club than you think. There are bunkers left, right, and behind this right to left sloping and narrow green. The 16th is a straight and medium-length par 4. Favor the left side of the fairway for the best angle at the green and to avoid the bunkers on the right side. The green is on the larger side, fairly level, and surrounded by 4 bunkers. One additional note, stay on the street and go left at the intersection, followed by a quick right to get to the 17th tee box. Every time I have played the lake course, whoever is driving the cart turns into the driveway of the home behind the 16th green. The 17th is a straight, narrow, and lengthy par 4 that starts from an elevated tee box, then plays slightly uphill to a thin green that is guarded by 3 bunkers. The left side of the fairway will give you the best approach to the green. 18 is a medium-length par 5 that starts from an elevated tee box. There is an inlet from Lake Trace that bisects the 18th fairway, and even average-length hitters should consider laying up off the tee. From the edge of the fairway, it is about another 230 yards to the green. The green is nestled on the edge of the lake, so long or right are probably going to be in trouble. The green is very large, and the 18th, though a par 5, is a wonderful finishing hole. The lake course at Carolina Trace Country Club is a real treat. There are 4 or 5 exceptional holes that will have you coming back for another crack at them. In my opinion, the lake course is easier than the creek course, and generally I like easy courses, but I prefer the creek over the lake. As with the creek course, the lake course is very well maintained and worth the 45-minute drive from Pinehurst. As for green fees, the lake course will run you anywhere from $45 to $90 depending on time of day and season, which is really a great value. Carolina Trace is packed with homes of all price points, more than 1,500, with new construction all over the gated community. There are some incredible homes on the lake with breathtaking views. If you want to learn more about Carolina Trace or anywhere else in the Sandhills, give me a call at 845-365-3665 or send an email to brett@hmpfilms.com and I will show you all the area has to offer. Once again, I'm Brett Bevilacqua with Carolina Property Sales. Next week, we head just a few miles west to play the Gray Fox course at Foxfire. I hope you join me.